Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I figured I'd show you my favorite body weight core moves. And I call them core because we're not just working the abs, we're strengthening our back, we're even strengthening our shoulders, our glutes through these more functional movements. I honestly don't find that much motivation in just saying, I'm gonna train my abs. But if I tell myself, you know what, I'm gonna be more functionally strong, then I get a lot more motivated. So these are great athletic core moves. You can add on one or two at the end of your workouts. So it's not like you have to do all of these in a row. Pick a couple, work on them, and I'm gonna tell you all my tips and tricks that I use during the moves. I'll have all of the exercises written down below, but don't kill yourself, okay? Form and moving slow is way more important when doing ab training than anything else. So keep that in mind. Slow is better. I hope you guys like this workout. Let's get to it. First, we have a yoga inspired ab move. So you're gonna come into down dog. So your chest comes down towards the thighs, okay? You're pushing down on the heels, so I'm trying to make a V with my body. I'm gonna lift up one leg and we're gonna do all on one side first. So from here, I'm pushing my bum up, chest towards the thigh. Then I drive the knee in and twist towards my opposite elbow. Then I shoot up again, up and twist. I kind of shift forward towards the opposite elbow. Up and then shift. So my bum goes up, my leg goes straight up, and then my knee drives in. Same thing on the other side. Lift the leg, exhale, drive in. Inhale, exhale, drive, shift forward. Inhale, exhale. Next is a tree climb. So you're gonna come on your back. One leg goes long and it stays in line with the leg that's on the ground. So from here, you're gonna use the leg to help you come up, twist, opposite hand touches opposite foot, back down, activate the core. Exhale as you lift, touch. Use the leg to kind of climb as much as you need to. Inhale. All the way down, finish the move, then switch legs. Same thing, stays in line with the other thigh. Exhale. Opposite arm reaches for the opposite foot. Inhale. Inhale. Really trying to engage my core, slow moves. If you really use momentum to get up, then your stronger parts of your body are gonna activate. So I wanna go up slow to make my core work. Next is a Pilates inspired move. I actually don't know the term, I call it like a Swoop Crunch. So you're gonna be laying on your back. Arms are out like a T, okay, so like a T. The advanced version is to come up, off at the same time on your shoulders and your legs and reach for your heels. Exhale, activating the core right here. Inhale down. You can hover the heels, exhale up. Nice and controlled. Inhale down. Exhale, remember no momentum. Feel your core engaging. This might be a little too advanced. If that's the case, no problem. Stay on the mat with your back. You can keep your head down and just crunch knees into the chest. And then go long. Knees into the chest. Both are great. All right, next move is a plank variation. I hate planks just as much as anybody else, but I like to do core moves that make multiple parts of my body engage, and I get the most bang for my buck, and planks are definitely one of them if you're doing them right. So what we want to do is bring your elbows directly under the shoulders. Shoulders can be a little bit ahead, but definitely not behind, okay? A little bit ahead, not behind. I always suggest laying on the ground first, tucking the toes, get the elbows in the right position, make a fist so your arms are straight out, tuck the toes from here, pull in tight through the belly button. See how I'm sucking in to lift up, then I bring my knees out, okay? So from here, I don't want to be up here and I don't want to be low. I see a lot of people doing their planks really low. You wanna be in a straight line from your abs, okay? So I almost tuck my butt up, in, straight line engage. Then from here, a tiny little leg lift. Try not to move the rest of my body. Making the side of my abs activate so it's nice and strong throughout. This is one of my favorite ab moves. Name of the game is slow. Slow is best. I'd rather you do way less reps and go slow than use momentum and use different parts of your body instead of the core and go fast. Go slow, make your abs work. Next move I like it because it's coordination. Whenever we're doing a move that requires coordination, it will activate the abs as long as you're doing it slowly. So from here, we're gonna start in a push-up position. So hands are right under the shoulders, tuck the toes under. From here, it's called a leg crossover, that's what I call it. So you're gonna take your outside leg, cross it over, and with that opposite arm, reach for the toe. Back in, and you switch sides, trying to keep the butt down. Cross over, back in. Oh. And you just slowly move, letting your body twist, but trying not to lift the bum. If you don't have the flexibility in the leg and you can't reach the toe, right now, that's okay. Remember, when I'm breathing out, I'm really activating my core. My tags up. Then I like to do the exact same move, but opposite. This one's a little harder to feel on the core because most of the time I don't have the flexibility to be there yet. But if you work on a move over time, if you try to think about engaging the core, it will get better. So, you wanna reverse tabletop. So hands are forward. So from here, we're gonna lift the hips up as high as you can, okay? So if you're only here today, that's okay. Okay, so the goal is eventually to get more shoulder flexibility. So we're lifting up high with the bum, okay? Opposite arm reaches opposite toe because it's the same move except reverse. Trying to keep the bum up, moving slow. And the bum will drop slightly, that's okay. I feel this all along my abs, but it took me a long time to get here, so be patient. Next is a side plank. So you can do it from the forearm, elbow directly under the shoulder, push the shoulders down from the ear. You don't want to be shrugging up and tensing the neck. You want to push it down away. Push down on your fist, okay? From here, you can do it from the knees, lifting the hips up, or from the toes. So from here. My favorite move is trying to do a little leg lift. So my abs are activating, the side of my hip and glute is getting stronger. I love this move, and I feel it all along my core. This is too advanced. The variation is just to bend that bottom knee. So now the knee to the shoulders in line, in a straight line. Elbows still under the shoulder. You lift up from here as high as you can from the hip, and you just lift that top leg. So I feel it all here. Before I go to the other side, I like to do a combo. You can do the knee plank if you need to, but it's way more effective from the toes. So you're gonna lift back into the side plank, pushing that shoulder down away from the ear, lift that top arm up, and then scoop, nice and slow. Scoop. Scoop, I'm letting my body almost twist. I'm trying to look behind me, then I reach up. So I like to do things that make my core twist because that's gonna give that cinching effect. That's what we're all looking for, right? Now we're gonna switch sides. Awesome. And on that side, it was actually more comfortable for me to put my hand down. You don't want to be pushing only in the elbow. You want to push all along your forearm and either your wrist or your hand, whatever's more comfortable. This next move is one of my faves. I'll show you a few variations. It's best to really kind of hit the lower part of the core. So you're going to be laying down straight. Okay, arms overhead. So this is the advanced version. You're going to lift up, keeping the arms straight and legs straight, back down. So you're kind of doing a leg raise with a sit-up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You always exhale as you lift up. If that's too hard for you, you can bring the hands behind the head, go into that crunch position, and just focus on the legs, keeping the low back on the ground. If you find your low back arching at all, you definitely can bring your hands under your bum to support your back. Remember, go slow so you can mentally think of engaging the core versus going fast and letting your legs or hip flexors do all the work. So think about your abs. Of course, I have another plank move because they are so effective. You can do this move from a high plank. So high plank just means hands. Low plank is just from the elbows. So this move from the high plank, okay? From here, you're gonna do once at a time. So I'm gonna drive my left knee in, as close to my elbow as I can, up, out, in. In, out, wide, in. So I'm driving in, then out. Drive in, then out. I feel it all along the left side of my core. Out. 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 Awesome. And yes, you might feel that in the shoulders or the upper body. Keep trying to push the shoulders down away from the ears. That'll help not activate so much. And then you're just building strength in your upper body, so that's good. Other side. Drive, kick back, out, in. Drive, kick back, out, in. Drive, out, in. 3 more. Drive, kick back, out, in. If you have any back issues, I wouldn't suggest doing any of these moves unless you're cleared, okay? So this is definitely advanced. In the advanced move, I'll show you a lower variation. So it's called like a tuck. So we're gonna tuck up, and from here we're gonna try and stand up, okay? So we work the core and the legs. It's very it's a functional move, trying to make the legs and the abs work together. So we roll back, come up. You can use one hand to kind of help you get all the way up to start. You can switch hands. Some people can do it without any hands, so I'm not there. Ooh. So if you're not there yet, that's fine. You can work on a reverse crunch, trying to lift the bum. Keep the head down though. Lift the bum. Lift the bum. Very safe on the back. And then next, bring your legs out and try and work on your sit-up. Keeping your back safe and your neck safe. You don't want to be pulling in too hard, okay? At all, actually. So exhale, pull in. It's like a Pilates move. If you can use your arms to start. Back down. To make it a little bit harder, you just don't reach behind you. And to make it harder, you just bring your hands behind your head. Activate. And then we put it all together for the roll. Let me know if you enjoyed this like real-time personal trainer type video, and I'll do it again. If you like my technical videos, I do have one on like the big moves. I'll link it here one of the sides, where I show you how to do deadlift, hip thrust, squats, so you can build, you know, a nice lower body and not just bulk up your thighs, but also your bum bum. Anyway, that's all I got. I think this one's getting a little lopsided. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.